boys and girls, it's Mrs. Breeze here. I'm going to read this story today to you, and it's titled Bear's Shadow. This is the front of our book. This is the back of our book. And this is the spine of our book that holds all those wonderful pages. Oh, wait a minute. I see something. What is that up in the sky? You're right. It's the moon. Oh, so if the moon is out, I wonder, what time of day is it? That's right. It is nighttime. The sky is dark. I see those little stars, and the moon is out. So let's find out what happens in this story, Bear's Shadow. One day, Bear went down to the pond with his fishing pole and a big can of worms. While he was putting a worm on his hook, he looked down and saw a big fish. I'm going to catch that fish, thought Bear to himself. But when Bear stood up to throw his line in the water, his shadow scared the big fish away. Go away, Shadow, cried Bear. But Bear's shadow would not go away. Okay, said Bear, if you won't go away on your own, then I'll just have to get rid of you. And he put down his fishing pole and he began to run. He ran around the pond, and when he got to the other side, he kept on running. Do you notice something? It's not nighttime anymore. I wonder what time of day it is now. That's right, it's daytime now. The sun is out. Let's find out what happens in the rest of our story. He ran through a field of flowers and jumped over a brook and hid behind a tree. Good, thought Bear. Now Shadow can't find me. I see some other shadows. But Bear was wrong. When he stepped out from behind the tree, the first thing he saw was his shadow. You're right. Nearby was a cliff. Bear walked over to the cliff and looked up. I'll climb so high, Shadow won't be able to follow me, thought Bear. Bear climbed higher and higher until at last he pulled himself up to the top. Huffing and a-puffing, he smiled with pride. Then he looked down and he saw Shadow. You're right. Oh my goodness. Now Bear was very annoyed. So he went home. He got a hammer, some nails to nail his shadow to the ground. I wonder, do you think that's going to work by hammering his shadow to the ground? What do you think? Well, let's find out. He hammered and he hammered and he hammered, but no matter how many nails he hammered, he couldn't nail his shadow down. If I can't nail him down, thought Bear, maybe I can bury him. So he got a shovel and he dug a hole. And when the hole was deep and wide, he let his shadow fall into the hole. Then Bear filled in the hole with dirt, and when he was finished, it was almost noontime. The sun was high in the sky, and Shadow was nowhere to be seen. At last, sighed Bear, no more Shadow. I wonder where his shadow went. But now Bear was very tired, so he went inside and he took a little nap. While he slept, time passed and the sun once again cast shadows everywhere. When Bear got up and opened his door, he saw his... That's right, Shadow on the floor. "Not you again," exclaimed Bear. He slammed the door, hoping to lock his Shadow inside. But Shadow was too quick. Sighed Bear. "How about this? If you let me catch that fish, I'll let you catch one too. Nod your head like this if that's a deal." When Bear nodded his head, Shadow nodded too. So Bear went back to the pond and once again threw his line into the water. And by this time the sun was in a different part of the sky, which made it easy for Shadow to keep his part of the deal. So now where is his shadow? It's behind him. It was in front of him. Now it's behind him. And when Bear caught that big fish, Shadow caught one too. And that's the end of our story. Thank you for joining me.